Hello everybody, it's Patricia Drain. Well, here's the video that I promised you, and this was a shocker. The reason I'm doing a video about this is because I decided I'm going to poll and survey my wonderful e-zine readers, my community of people. Well, I was so shocked at what came back in the poll that I wanted to share that with you. Now, I listed 10 things. I listed marketing, selling, product development, build your business, time management, money mindset, unstuck, how to get unstuck, goal setting, multiple streams of income, and client development. And I said, what is it that you would like more information about out of all 10 of those things? Now, in my mind, I already knew. I wrote it down because I thought this would be kind of fun. Number 1 would be client development, number 2 would be marketing, and number 3 would be selling. They were all at the bottom of everybody's thing that's, well, not everybody's, but 98% of you. And by the way, thanks for filling out the survey. That helps me so much to know where you are. Guess what number 1 is? And I bet you know. Number 1 was how to get unstuck. How do you get unstuck? And I'm like, wow, I didn't know so many of us were in that situation. So that's why I have this wonderful free complimentary video for you today, because I'm going to share with you my top 10 ways that I get unstuck. I had to think really hard because I've been stuck many times, as you have. Because see, you get stuck, then unstuck, then stuck, then unstuck. But anyway, I wanted to share those. So get a pen, get a paper, because I'm going to share just target. Well, I shouldn't say target. I should say trigger words with you today. And here they are. This was quite fun for me to do, by the way. First one, lesson number 1 to get unstuck, listen. Listen is the number 1 thing that I do. Now listen to what? Why is this a trigger? I have to listen to CDs, DVDs of anybody but me. Please don't let me listen to the little voice in my head, because it comes up saying crazy things. And so I have to listen to different people. It could be marketing people, it could be business people, it could be Wayne Dyer, it doesn't matter. But once I do that, the mind does something. It shifts. And then I'm not stuck anymore. Now, I also will have to say that I do read different things during a time that I'm stuck, because once again, I want my mind to shift. So I'll read an Oprah magazine in the middle of the day. I don't do that. I read all business books, all self-help books, probably like you, business books. But I make myself read something completely different, like A Whack on the Side of the Head. I don't know if you ever read that, but it's really a cool book about how to think differently about you and about your life. Here's number 2. Are you ready? Q&A. Okay, Q&A is really, it's very silly what I do, but it's true. I do it all the time. It's the number 2 thing I do. It helps me every single time get unstuck. So here's what you do. You put a Q on a page and you write the question. Why am I stuck right now? Then you write an A and you just wait. And guess what? The answer comes to you. Just be patient with yourself. Then I write another Q. What should I do first? And then I just wait for the answer. And then comes the answer. It is the greatest thing I do. Start doing Q&A with yourself. And then turn it into a living question. It's what I call a living question. My mastermind, master coaches all know what I'm talking about. A living question would be something like, is what I'm doing right now making me money? Let's say money is your issue. Or a living question might be, is what I'm doing right now helping or serving my situation that I'm in? And then you read it the next day and the next day. It lives with you for a while. And wait till you see how many times the answer changes. So that's the second thing I do. Here's the third thing. Get your pen ready. I move. That's right, I move. Now, here's how I move, though. I live my life with timers. I have timers all over my office, all over my home, all over my home office, because I will take 10 minutes, and I might say, okay, get up, march around, do something, stretch, do anything for 10 minutes, or 5 minutes. Or I'll do whatever it takes to get my body to move again, and that gets me from being stuck. Because I'll sit there at the computer and be frozen many times, not knowing, well, what should I do now? What should I do next? What's the best thing for me to do? It clears the mind. It's number 3. Ready for number 4? Alone. Don't do it alone. You don't have to do it alone. I had a conversation with a client last week, and she said, Patricia, I really don't know what I would have done if you hadn't helped me get through this dilemma. And I said, well, all you had to do was just call and talk it through. But see, I'm a good listener. Make sure that if you decide not to do it alone and you call on a pro, a mentor or a coach, or if you don't have one, a friend, just make sure that friend is a good listener. Because you're not wanting advice. You're not wanting somebody to say, oh, here's what you want to do. You just want somebody to listen. Pretty soon you have your own answer. And guess what? The problem is out there. The challenge is out there in the universe now. It's not inside of you and you all alone trying to handle it. Take somebody to lunch possibly. Number 5. Here's the trigger. Bored. Okay, I've helped more people with this word because I have a huge whiteboard in my office. Actually, I have two. And what I do when I get stuck, I then do what I call box thinking. And I put boxes all over with all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. Am I supposed to blog? Am I supposed to write an article, write my e-zine, make a list, build a list, send it out? You know, I mean, it goes on and on. You know, you're just like me. And so it really does bug me when I get stuck like that. But when I look up at my whiteboard and I'm doing box thinking, it helps me so much because what it does, it's like files in my head. You know, the filing process is like, oh, the blog is there by itself. The article is there. Which thing should I do first? Well, which thing is making me the money the first? Which one is, you know, bringing in a new client? That's how you do the box thinking. So that's number 5. Number 6, are you ready? Write it down. Change. Okay, what I mean by change, this is what I do. I'm only coming from my own self on this. Change is your environment. This is what I do to change my environment. I had flowers delivered to myself. Isn't that awesome? I never thought about it until I heard somebody talking about that one time. So I had flowers delivered and I put this beautiful bouquet on my desk and it made my environment change. It made me feel so good. I had something on my desk for the longest time. Pretty soon you don't even see it. And I started moving everything all around. Cleaned off my desk, made it really clean. I have a glass top desk, so I have to Windex it a lot. But it made me feel so much better, and it clears the mind again. It gives you clarity again. Gets you unstuck. Ready for number 7? Number 7 is focus. Focus on just doing one thing at a time. You can't do more than one thing at a time. So here, I wanted to show you this for the heck of it. I created this. I shouldn't say I did. My Nathan did this. But I started handing this out at different speaking engagements. It says, just do one thing. One thing. Because, see, you can't do 13 things. I had a client one time that said, oh, I have 13 things to do. And I said, no, you have to just focus on one. Pretty soon she had 28 things to do. No, that's when I talk about box thinking and focusing. You can only do one thing. So if you could only do one thing today to stay focused, what would that be for you? All right, here we go. We're almost done. Number 8, drive. Now this is something that I just did for the first time in my life, and it bugged me to death. But I remembered somebody saying one time, if you really are getting kind of in an old routine, an old habit, and you kind of want to change it and get things, dredged up, drive a different way. Well, see, I'm I'm the kind of person that goes down the same street, turns at the same corner all the time. I drove a different way because of this. It was incredible what that does to the mind. I had to think about it something else. I saw things I'd never even seen before. I loved driving a different way. That's number 8. I've done that. This one I've done too, and this has been this was hard. It's called music. Turn on the music. Now, what that meant for me, see, I don't have a lot of noise in my office during the day because that's not how I operate. But when I decide that I need to turn it up, I need to make sure that something is, something I'm doing differently, I'll turn on music in the middle of the day. Now, my favorite music, of course, is 50s music. And so I'll play that. It makes me feel so good. Makes me feel young again, actually. But here's another thing that I have to tell you. If you really want to get unstuck, here's what you could do. Listen to different music. Music you'd never listened to before. By the way, this one didn't work for me. I listened to different music one day because I thought, hey, I'm stuck. I'll do that. They told me to do that. I remember somebody saying, no, listen to a different kind. I listened to rap music. I thought I was going to lose my mind. I hate rap music. So I listen to music when I need to get unstuck. And then the last, events. Events. It's number 10. Nothing trumps a live event. Nothing. Nothing is better than eyeball to eyeball. Nothing. So I saved this really for my last because guess what? Hey, I have a live event coming up. Yes, that's right, January 27th and 28th in Scottsdale, Arizona. I'm getting all the particulars with the hotel and everything worked out right now, but I want you to just sign up because I want you to be there. I want to eyeball you. So I left the registration on here, and you can just scroll down, register for the event, and come see me. It's going to be such a fun time together. Here's the thing. You're going to be sitting next to like-minded people, shoulder to shoulder with people. People that come to these events say, nothing's like it. Nothing. And it's true. You get energized, you get excited, you get invigorated, and I want to see you at the live event. I hope these 10 ideas, 10 getting unstuck ideas right from Patricia Drain help you in your business and in your life. Now here's the other thing I want you to do. Go down on my Facebook page and go in there and make a comment on my wall. Listen to how I'm talking, on my Facebook wall. But I want you to do that because I want you to tell me which one of those things would you try for yourself first. Or which one have you already tried and it worked for you. Because all I can do is share that with somebody else then. So until next time, it's Patricia Drain and let's get unstuck together. We don't want to stay stuck. Goodbye.